Tensions were high at the Kaministiquia Community Center last night, where members of the public faced off with Hydro One's reps as they collected public feedback on the Waasigan transmission line's draft environmental assessment. Local MPP Lise Vaugeois was also there to listen in and voiced her own concerns about the process. Carl Langdon was in Kaministiquia and files this report.
They've been raising objections since this information first came out, which was roughly in January. And now the preliminary environmental assessment has come out, but none of their concerns are actually reflected in that assessment. So they're understandably very concerned.
Members of the Neighbors on the Line Committee attended the info session, and with Vaugeois listening intently ahead of a planned meeting with Hydro One next week, the residents called the validity of the entire assessment process into question.
And you have the gall to say to me that you have value for me and my home and my parents. That is not the actions of a legitimate corporation at all.
The main concern hinges on the claim that the Kaministiquia community was not included in the initial consultation process. A search through the draft EA's records of consultation don't appear to show any communications between Hydro One and the Kaministiquia Local District Services Board, a concern that lies at the center of the grievances. Hydro One's Director of Strategic Project Delivery, Sunny Karanakaran, says there were other avenues of communication.
When it comes specifically to unorganised townships, there is a process whereby they are contacted through the various ministries and the actual municipalities as well. When
pressed further, Karanakaran did not have any details relating to those communications on hand.
I would have to look to get back to you on that one. My understanding on that is that's probably a question that's better answered by someone from one of the ministries accordingly. But let me see what we can provide as the form of some background information on that.
The feedback period for the line's draft EA ends on the 7th of July, after which Hydro One is committing to revise the draft to address any received comments before finally submitting a completed version to the Ministry of the Environment, Conservation, and Parks for review and decision. The final public feedback meeting goes Thursday evening at the Oliver Road Community Center. Carl Langdon, TBT News.